haven't done that yet. Because when I created the initial layout of the supervisor, I was kind of new to OTP and Erlang, so I didn't know much about it, and just choose to do one way, and that was the wrong way. So, but in newer code, I'm actually using more of that application system when you have a top supervisor for the application, and if the top supervisor application crashes, it doesn't affect the other applications. So you could build a system where you have all these different supervisors not affecting by each other. But it's really, really rare that stuff crashes in that way. For example, I've been up and running my development servers for like 3 years, and they still haven't crashed. Well, things crash, but they don't fail, if you say so. So. Yeah.
So how much of in the client and also probably in the server of the interfaces and passing of messages, how much of the gameplay do you need to have in here? How general have you been able to do it?
Basically, you can run around, you can plant a carrot, you can harvest the carrot. If you're an admin, you can place out objects and rotate them and stuff. That's basically how far we come into the behavior systems. So yeah, you cannot do much at the moment.
So you need to have the gameplay in the interfaces. So you need to change
the
interfaces
the gameplay. Actually, the game client doesn't have much gameplay at all. Most of the gameplay logic is handled by the server, and the server will just send show this object here, and it suddenly will send to the client like this object has this new direction vector, and the client will just obey and do that stuff. So the client has very, very little knowledge about what is going on, for example. It wouldn't know about health in a monster, for example. Only the client would know that there is an object here and it has a visual appearance. And if it has some blood in it, for example, if you chop up if you hack on the mob so it becomes blood and it gets hurt, the client wouldn't really see any health going down or something like that. The server would be telling the object to put on some blood patches or this object should have this new decor or whatever, blood splash on it. And it wouldn't really know what it's doing, it just do stuff. Of course, if you run not a multiplayer game with the server, you have to put logic in the client. So, but there are there are a bit of logic, mostly in regards to the user interface. But that could also be, we are actually planning to move that to the server as well. So the client would be a very, very stupid client. It wouldn't have really a knowledge about anything. It would just be stupid and do whatever the server tells it. Put some pressure on the logic on the server side, because all the logic is run there. We probably have to run some physics on the client, because I don't think the server will handle it. We will try to make the server handle it. We see if that is going well enough.
Why did you need the 3D mesh in the server? Is that for collision detection or?
At the moment, the server actually only has a string saying a file name.
Okay.
But yeah, it does need the physical. It doesn't need it will need the whole mesh to be able to load it into the physics system. So if you want to do physics on the server, you will have to do some stuff there. Yep. No more questions? I think we finished. Applause.